Hey y'all, it's Miss A. Today we're going to be looking at the rules for multiplying and dividing integers. They're very simple, very easy to follow. Don't make them harder than it really is. Today we're going to be following 2 steps. Step number 1 is to multiply or divide like normal. So just do what the problem says to do. And then step number 2 is going to follow the rule to determine the sign. And our rules are very simple and straightforward. The first one is if both integers. Now this does apply when you're multiplying or dividing 2 numbers together, not 3 or more, only 2. If both integers have the same sign, meaning both of them are positive or both of them are negative, then your answer will be a positive integer. Now what that means is in the terms of multiplication, even though it applies for division too, if I have a positive times a positive, the dot means multiply. Positive times a positive will obviously equal a positive. That's something you know. A negative times a negative is also a positive. Okay? If the signs are the same, your answer will be positive. If the integers have different signs, meaning one number is positive times the other number being negative, then your answer will be a negative number every single time. Okay? If the signs are the same, it's positive. If the signs are different, it's negative. Now, those are already easy enough, okay? But to make it even easier, we're going to use this little triangle. And if you haven't done so already, guys, please write these rules down or be sure to write this triangle down because it is really simple and it's not a lot of writing today at all. It's very short. All right, so to make this triangle, we're going to draw a line in the center and draw a line down like this, kind of like a T. And we're going to put a plus sign at the top and we're going to put 2 negatives here at the bottom. And now I can literally use this triangle to tell me what my answer is going to be. So if I have 2 negative numbers, I would cover up the 2 negatives. So my answer would be positive. If I have a negative and a positive, then my answer would be negative. That's exactly what these 2 rules just told me. It's just a visual representation that we can use physically for each problem. All right, so let's do some examples. The first one, number 1, remember this dot means multiply. So this is -5 times a -2, and that's equal. So first of all, we're going to multiply like normal, just like our rules at the top said. 5 times 2 equals 10. And then now we're going to use our triangle, and we're going to cover up a negative, and we're going to cover up another negative. So our answer will be positive. You could put the plus sign if you wanted to, but it's understood that the 10 is positive when there's no sign. All right, the next one, 7 times a -9. These parentheses in this case is representing multiplication because there's no operation symbol between it. Okay, so whenever they're touching, it means they're multiplying. 7 times a -9. So first of all, 9 times 7 is 63. And then we're going to cover up a positive because 7's positive, and then a negative. Negative and a positive. So my answer is negative. -63. It's that simple, guys. Don't make this concept harder than it really is. All right, number 3, we have a little dash. And if you remember from a couple units ago, that dash means division. So we're doing -35 divided by -5. Now, one thing I know I've told y'all, I've shown at least my in-person kids, maybe not my remote, but you can use a multiplication chart to help you divide as well. So in this case, when we're dividing by 5, hopefully you know what that answer is. But if you don't know your factors or your facts very well, then a multiplication chart is a great tool to use. So if we're dividing by 5, I'm going to go to my 5 column, and I'm going to go down until I find the number that I'm dividing, which is in this case is 35. So here's my 5 column. Go down till you find 35, which is here. And then to get your answer, you just move all the way over to the left, and you get your answer of 7. That's because 7 times 5 is 35. Opposite of division is multiplication. And then now I've got a negative and a negative, so I'm going to cover those up. 2 negatives, and my answer is positive. All right, and then the last one, we have a fraction bar. And remember that fraction bar does mean division, so we're going to do -72 divided by 9. So my first step is divide like normal, 72 divided by 9. Again, you can use your chart. So we're going to go to the 9 column. That's what we're dividing by. Go down until we find 72. Here's my 9. Go down until I find 72, which is right here. And then move all the way over. And we see that it's 8. And that's because 9 times 8 is 72. Now to find our sign, we're going to cover up a negative. We're going to cover up a positive. Cover up a negative, cover up a positive. So our answer is -8. And that's it, guys. It's that simple. When you're multiplying or dividing two integers, first thing is to multiply or divide like normal. Do exactly what the problem says. And then use your handy dandy little triangle to help you determine the answer. Or remember the rules. If the signs are the same, it's positive. If the signs are different, it's negative. Okay? And one thing I'm going to talk about here, this triangle does not apply to positive times a positive or positive divided by a positive. Because that's simple, guys. Two positives is always a positive. Okay? Don't let that trip you up. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to contact me on Zoom, send me an email, or let me know here in class. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.